Welcome to another video. Here I'm going to teach you some really cool things that you can do with strings. The first thing is how to access individual characters from a string. So say that we had a user sign up for the site and their name was Virat Kohli, which was actually the name of our great batsman of Indian cricket team. The first thing I want to mention is this. Whenever you teach to a kid to count, they always start at 1, 2, 3, 4. However, computers are different. Computers start counting as 0. So just keep that in mind, because it's going to come into play right now. So in order to access an individual character from this name, or from a string, type the variable's name, which is user, and in between square brackets, write the position of the character you want to get. So if you want to get the first character, you don't type 1, you actually need to type 0. Since computers start counting as 0. So gives output T. So this is 0. This is position 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So let's see, the 5 should be the space. And indeed it is, so pretty cool. Now another thing I want to mention is this. So computers start counting as 0 and then go from left to right. You can also go from right to left. Now if you ever want the last character, what you can do is press -1. It's not -0, like you might think, because -0 is 0. So -1 is always the last character, which is in this case I. So you can also do that for not only last one, but say you want to start at the end, put -1, -2, -3 is the H. So on and so forth. So that is how you access individual characters from a string. Again, the variable name and the position in square brackets. Now another thing that you can do is, you can actually slice out a section of the name. So in order to do that, if you just look at it, you write 2 numbers. The first one is where you want to start. So say we wanted to start at 0, 1, 2, which is the end. And the last one is where you want to stop. So we'll say okay, stop at this O, which is 7. Now whenever we hit enter, it gives us this little section right here, and you see it didn't include that O, because it stops right before. It's pretty much saying, okay, when you get to this character, stop. So that's how you slice out some characters from the middle of a string. Now I want to mention one more thing, actually 2 more things. So you use the little colon right here to say where you want to start and where you want to stop. So I might say now, if you ever forget to include, or if you ever just don't include the beginning, then it automatically assumes that you want to start from the very beginning. So this pretty much means start at the beginning and go to the 7th position. Just like that, you can also forget that stopping point, and it will go all the way to the end. So again, that just gets this right there. Now if you do with both of them, then of course it will start at the beginning and stop at the end, which pretty much gives you what you started with the whole entire thing. Pretty simple. And actually, since we have time, I will show you guys one other cool function. You know how I said that whenever we write actual program, we are going to be using these things called functions. You know, we learned one had print stuff out on the screen. Simple enough. Well, another thing I want to tell you is quite often you'll want to get the length of a string. So say we have this name right here, but we don't know how long it is, how many characters are in it. So well, the function that we can use for this is len. And what this does is, in between its parenthesis, you can type in any string, just type in some random characters and enter. And it will say how many characters are in that string. So if you ever want to know how many characters are in the word, as it's 19. Now of course, just like basic strings, you can use variables as well. So if we do this, it's pretty much just going to say what is the length of Virat Kohli. If you guess 11, you were correct, and of course this counts 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So this blank space counts as a character as well, just something that you may want to remember. So that is it. And the only other thing I want to mention is, if you ever have questions about my tutorials, if you ever have any code that's not working, or if you just want the source code for my tutorials, if you go to my website pjera.com/python, I'm going to put all the source code in the Python section, and you can just copy it and use it if you ever your view. So again, if you have any questions, ask me there. Thank you guys for watching, and well, I'll see you later.